Warning: the following content may contain spoilers for film and television programs. It is also intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Because I had to turn it so it's picking up a lot of background noise now. So that's a thing, but I'm okay with it. We're like episode 90 something. I think 91.
3.
It is not 93.
I'll find out. I'll use technology.
We have that technology.
We have the power.
You know what sounds good right now?
Butts.
Popeyes. I hate sushi.
Don't you know?
I would eat the dick off a chicken right now. I shit you not.
Okay.
It'll be 91.
It'll be 91. Okay.
Son of a... You couldn't have just said 93 just to vindicate me?
I'm not going to lie for you, Jareth.
I know.
You know what? I hate sushi, but I had sushi yesterday. I had one little roll.
Sushi's awesome.
Is a roll technically the whole thing, or
No.
is it just the one little...
Yeah.
I had a roll of sushi. And the only reason I had it is because it was bulgogi sushi.
Yeah, a full set of sushi is called a barrel.
Oh, okay. Is he just making that shit up, or
No, he's not.
a barrel of sushi, huh?
That's where
See,
that expression,
that-
"making fish in a barrel" came from.
That wink did not help your cause at all.
See, winks are only ever bad. Winks are never stealthy.
You know,
They're only ever weird.
It's because he's beautiful.
Oh, I get that.
You beautiful, very you.
Oh my,
very
you're giving me the
beautiful.
vapors.
So a Russian is hitting on a Southern belle right now?
Yeah.
You'll give me vapors.
Ukrainian.
My Lanta.
Oh my Lanta.
Oh
And
my
now full
lanta.
House characters are now involved.
What was Joey, Uncle Joey? He always had that theme song when he walked in.
I don't know.
Scribbly-blabbly-doo, because he was a
Did he do
rock
that?
star.
I just remember the cut it out, buh. And then he had like a moose or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, that's Joey.
Yeah, Joey. I thought wait.
Joey's the stupid one.
Well, then who am I thinking of? Who
Jesse's
was
the
Jesse?
stupid vest one.
Jesse. You're
So I'm thinking of Jesse, who was
who later became old and apparently turned into Rick from Rick and Morty. Is that how you're doing this with the scoobity doobity bobbly boo?
wait, what's going on right now?
I don't know.
So John Stamos is Uncle Jesse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what. So I was thinking Uncle Jesse then. This is the most riveting intro
Guys.
to a podcast ever.
I have a very serious question I need to ask all three of you.
Oh no.
Yes, I watched Full
Andrew,
House.
just start it. Just start it now before he can say anything.
And welcome to our podcast.
If
No.
Darth Vader's apprentice were to address
Just start
him,
it.
would he refer to him as Master Vader?
No, Lord Vader.
At least I got one of them. 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's Jareth's eternal optimism shining through.
Even though that's technically 33%, and that's a failure.
That's better
Yeah.
than most of our presidents.
F minus. Whoa, topical.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
I wouldn't call it topical. I'm referring to all presidents who have existed.
There's
It's
a
always topical.
Yeah, true.
there's a reason why on that video when I do all those debate reactions where I just disable comments and ratings because I don't want to have to deal with that shit of people not realizing that it's a fucking joke and
You know
I'm
what would
making
be
fun of
cool, though, is
everything.
if we had debates. Like,
Yeah.
Like for real ones.
As long as it all ends with China nuking the entire world, then it's fine.
I mean, it probably will.
That's what's going to end up happening with everything. You know that, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like that one video, The End of the World. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the funniest videos of all time.
Okay, so here's...
Because Australia's down here like, fuck it.
Yeah. WTF, mate. Okay, so yeah, now we can do the ahoy, all of you flick freaks out there. What is going on? My name is Andrew, joined as always by the wrong half of Hollywood, aka Jareth Mooneyham.
Howdy.
We got the long dick of the law, Ranger Roper,
Hi.
and the king of the doldrums, Brian Vaughn.
Bah humbug.
Yeah,
I think we're talking about some superhero-y stuff later where I can get my angst out.
we're
right?
talking about technically
All
three.
right.
Technically 3 superheroes we're going to be discussing.
Yeah, I can think of 3.
So,
Hold on, I'm failing to see the third one.
It deals with
Oh, gotcha. I found it.
yeah. So yeah, he is a superhero. He's going to take pollution down to 0.
Oh wait, 4. I'll get to it when we get there.
Okay, so
Oh, now I know the.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it
is
took
it
me
the
a second.
baby?
No, he's going to Pakistan.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Love the smile.
I had to realize who the hell is Brian. Then I realized it was Brian talking, and then it all made sense. So, yep, this is episode 91 of the Flick Freak podcast. This is one of the worst intros we've ever had, and I'm very proud of it.
I love this. This is banter.
This
at
is
its
solid,
finest.
what, like 6 minutes of horse shit?
Yeah.
Almost 6 minutes, yeah. So, yeah.
It felt like 6 minutes.
We could stretch it.
So, yeah. For the Flick Freak Files this week, where we talk about a movie that is in theaters or recently released, we have 2, and I'm going to let you guys to decide on this. We have either Hell or High Water or Captain Fantastic.
So what you're saying is that's not one title on the top
It's
of
not
this
one
page.
title. You
So
get
it's
to
not
dec-
Hell or High Water or Captain Fantastic.
Okay,
like
what
those
I
are my
propose
options.
to decide is that Jareth and Roper arm wrestle, and whoever wins picks.
Yeah, well, I'm totally game for this.
I don't have a table.
Get on the floor.
We could do it right over here
On
on the
your
bar.
bellies.
Right
I
over
don't
on the
think
bar.
that our
Yeah.
audience would appreciate
This is
the
going to be the
contest
most
as
riveting
What
audio
if we
podcast
narrate
of all
it?
time.
Well, Andrew and I will narrate.
You
Okay.
You two narrate
Yeah.
like you're...
All right, go ahead.
All right, let's go.
Wait, you guys have to so whoever wins.
Captain Fantastic, that's my vote.
And Jareth will be Hell or High Water.
Okay.
Okay.
So they are clearing out my 3 bowls of Raisin Bran right now.
Yes, which
Who
were...
guys got votes on?
Oh, it'll probably be you.
Yeah. I'm gonna
So
vote.
we're guessing Roper wins.
Jareth is getting loose.
They're lining
3, 2, 1, go.
And they've
they're-
started.
And
We have an early stalemate, but Roper is about
Actually,
to win.
it's-
Jareth's not
it's-
dead yet.
no, this is
Said
actually-
God laughingly. And they continue. Jareth with the victory.
Jareth won. I would have lost a lot of money if I put that down.
I would have
there.
lost I think I would have bet like $1,000.
I would have lost
him to the
all
gun
the money.
show.
I would have lost all the money.
Yeah.
So
All that spell summoning strength came in handy.
yeah, so I guess we're going to be talking about Hell or High
Now,
Water.
hold on. I would like to point out that he is Master Vader.
Yes. All right.
A
So
lot of lower arm strength.
yeah, all
From-
that. It's
from
called.
all that
It's called
masturbating.
forearm. Just so you know,
What?
lower arm is technically.
Lower arm.
I only have 2 arms.
Jareth this whole time has been under the impression that his head is his upper neck.
Upper neck.
There's all these holes in it. Sound comes in, light comes in.
This damn upper neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to be
neck
discussing
hurts.
Hell or High Water. This is the newest movie starring Ben Foster, Chris Pine, and Jeff Bridges. It's about 2 brothers who decide they're going to start robbing banks in Lower Texas, and what they're going to do is take the money that they've stolen and invest it right back into the very same branches that they're stealing from in order to pay off their exorbitant debts to that bank that they got through loans, so they don't lose their land, because they found out that the land that the bank is trying to take back has a shit dick's worth of oil underneath it. So they're going to buy that land, and then they're going to sell it back to the bank, and then they're going to do what's it called? Like a business loan, like where you can actually get an oil rigger out there to like pump up that oil, and then you get a monthly
And pump up the jams.
pump up the jams. Yeah, who was that?
I don't
Doesn't
know.
matter.
Jot Jams 97.
Jot Jams 98. I love music, or now that's what I call music too.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it stars the said mentioned gentleman, and it is one of the best movies of the year.
Does anyone say I'm an oil man at any point in that?
No, there is no Daniel Day-Lewis character
Does
in this movie at all.
Anybody drink up a milkshake?
Possibly. There's a lot of fast food goings in this movie.
All right.
So
I'll take it.
imagine a more action-based No Country for Old Men. Yeah, if you've watched No Country for Old Men, there's a lot of deposition, like them talking to each other.
Yeah.
There's a lot more action going on this. Still the same amount of racism thanks to Jeff Bridges' character. And it's so fucking good. The chemistry between Ben Foster and Chris Pine is otherworldly good because they're brothers, yet they're so polar opposites because Chris Pine is the brains of the outfit, and then Ben Foster is the wild card, and it's like perfect casting because Ben Foster was made for that role, the wild card, because he showed us in 3:10 to Yuma how crazy he can be.
Yeah, kind of a natural fit.
Yeah, I still haven't seen his new movie where he plays Lance Armstrong.
I haven't either.
I really want to.
Hey guys, I got an important announcement.
You figured out the name.
Pump Up the Jam is by Technotronics.
Thank you. That is the most important bit of information
I
that we
have a
will.
series of questions. The first is, why do you know that?
He Googled it.
Go Ogles.
Oh, that's why it took so long. You had the
Yeah,
blackout.
yeah.
I recently had somebody take a picture of my phone because it's a
Yeah,
dinosaur.
Sean came over to help us set up our new Elgato system so we can do better Let's Plays and stuff.
Yeah.
And Jareth was over here because we have a secret classified upcoming project
Yep.
for everybody that is going to revolutionize and totally change this channel.
Yep.
But it's not
Great.
Gonna but it's not going to happen for.
Don't put.
It's
any pressure on
tremendous.
him.
It's
Don't
not.
put any
It's
pressure on
not.
him.
It is not going to happen for over a year. That is when it will
But
be
also,
released.
just to give a hint to you people, what's the most popular thing on the internet? You've answered in your head. That's how the channel's changing.
Yes. So start subscribing.
Just trying to hold it back.
It takes a year to film porn. That's
Do you
right.
want some
Yeah.
new...
Yeah.
Andrew, you're not supposed to...
It's panda.
Oh,
It's panda porn.
Yeah.
panda
It's
porn.
panda porn.
Because you gotta because they're endangered.
Oh, your bamboo is so
Actually, they're
hard.
not anymore.
Really?
Recently
Because
been
they've
taken off the list.
porning.
Well, good for pandas.
Yeah,
Wait,
the environment's just fucking fine, Donald Trump.
yeah.
Hey,
I mean, I think
Oh.
they're still a protected species, but they're not endangered.
'cause
This is the Flick Freaks podcast, your number one stop for all things panda endangered, protected
I
species
keep-
related information.
Pandas, giant Asian raccoons.
I keep my my fingers on the pulse of the panda situation pretty constantly.
as he
Yeah.
slurps on his root beer.
Do you have broads in Atlanta? That's what I want to know.
Do I have what?
Okay, that just lets everybody know how up to date Jareth is on cultural lingo.
Did you say broads?
Yes, Broads in Atlanta. It's a rap song by the rapper Designer with 2 eyes.
Really? That's the weird part of that? Because I would have expected a Z.
Now, I remember, like, Bombs Over Baghdad, Outcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a K.
That was, like, 15 years
We
ago.
all know Jared.
What we're
rapping
trying to
yes.
say here, ladies and gentlemen, is that Hell or High Water is a phenomenal movie. I think it's number 5 on my
Is that
top.
what we're saying?
Yeah.
That's what Andrew's trying to say.
Isn't the other film the one that I lost out on your new number one?
It is my new number 1 film of the year.
So you're welcome, everybody.
Captain Fantastic is my new number 1 film of the year, and it's possibly in my top 100 films of all
Because
time.
Jareth won the arm wrestling match. We got subtopic.
Yeah.
And that stars Aragorn, right?
Yeah, Viggo Mortensen
As
as
Eric.
that'd be pretty great.
Viggo
Actually-
Mortensen and his unimpressive penis.
I don't know if he was himself from.
Oh, you get to see a very long shot of said unimpressive penis
Again?
in Captain Fantastic.
I have
Yeah.
seen that penis way too much already.
Well,
Yeah.
Who was it during the
Eastern
video?
Promises, you see that penis flopping around everywhere.
yeah.
The what was the trailer we were just watching a minute ago that you were so excited to see somebody's full frontal nudity?
Michael Shannon?
Yeah,
there
Michael
you go.
Shannon. Yeah, you could get
Yeah.
some Michael Shannon full frontal nudity.
I bet he's got a big old white boy dick.
Toby Smith. I'm thinking of a weird.
I bet he's got like absurdly wide.
He's got like a beer can.
It's like a square.
It's like a beer can turned on its side.
Yeah. that just wouldn't.
I call this the steamroller.
Yeah.
It looks like a button on a wool coat.
No, it like unspools like a fruit by the foot or something.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
It's also sticky like a fly trap.
But to begin with, it just looks like a button on a wool coat.
So, do you guys know who Matt Ross? He's most famous right now for being in Silicon Valley. He is the evil CEO. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
He actually wrote and directed Captain Fantastic. So, it's his first film ever that he's done said project stylized like directing and writing, and it's number 1 movie of the year. So, There's
Good
plenty
job.
of plenty of movies that I see in the future that could possibly knock it off that list. Some examples are the Arrival, the one with aliens coming to Earth, and La La Land. That's probably the one that's probably going to knock it off the list.
Is that LA or LAW?
LA.
Okay.
Or
Like-
LAWLA.
That's Damien Chazelle's newest movie. And Damien Chazelle, he made Whiplash, which is my
You
number
mean
9.
Damien Chisel?
Yes, him. And
We're in
yeah,
America here.
so I'm super stoked for that one. I'm gonna steamroll right over that one.
That's fair.
It's time to move on now to the Flick
like it's
Freak Leaks, the news segment of the
Bring it back.
podcast, where we talk about the upcoming news articles. We only have 2 this week because we had so many trailers.
But they're both very exciting.
Donald Glover is playing young Lando Calrissian in the young Han Solo film. Sorry, Billy D. Williams. I was really hoping that they would still give you the role and we'd find out that you have Benjamin Button disease
Yeah.
to where, you're actually getting younger.
Or he's like Robin Williams and Jack.
Yeah. No, he would have to be getting younger.
Yeah.
Well, no, but it's when he's young, right? So we could say
But if
that,
he has Benjamin Button disease, then
He
you could
starts off old and he gets younger.
you could still cast Billy D. Williams.
But then he would have
You
had
could
to
still
have been
cast him
younger and got older and then got younger. again.
right, because you could still cast him the other way too, because Robin Williams was a 10-year-old that looked 40 in that movie.
Yeah.
So he could be like a 10-year-old that looked 800.
Yeah. So maybe Lando Calrissian has Benjamin Button disease.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you were saying Billy D. Williams.
I would have
had
much
that
rather
Benjamin
watched
Button
The Curious
disease.
Case of Lando Calrissian.
Easily.
Oh, I think that's the movie that Brian and we butt heads with the most.
Yeah, that's like our biggest disagreement in a movie. I hated that movie.
What?
And I
Benjamin
love
Yes.
Benjamin Button. I thought it was a phenomenal
Benjamin
film.
Button?
Yeah.
I refuse to watch it.
So wait,
Good
are
for you, Roper.
Are you saying then that you wouldn't watch The Curious Case of Lando Calrissian?
I would say I would rather watch The Curious Case of Lando Calrissian for the simple fact that I want to see Billy D. Williams like every single day of my life.
Oh, well, who doesn't?
Billy D. Williams is my spirit animal.
We're
so
kind of glossing over one thing, which is I think hopefully we can all agree on for once, because we're pretty rowdy today. But that's great casting, though, I think.
oh my gosh, Donald Glover's
Yeah.
going to kill it.
I'm extremely excited about it.
Yeah, I'm not excited about a young Han Solo film per se, but
No, because how are you going to cast that correctly?
well, the guy they
Did
got,
they cast it?
yeah, they for
Maybe
the.
he'll be great.
I
I
ho-
don't know.
Have you seen
Maybe.
what was the new movie that came? The new Coen Brothers movie that just came out.
Hail Caesar?
Hail Caesar. Yeah, he's in that movie. I'm
Oh,
looking up.
is he the guy that played the country
The
star,
country-
the cowboy star guy?
Yeah,
That guy was great.
Alden Ehrenreich. I just had to look up how to actually pronounce his name because it's
He
so
was
weird.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
I
he's
think
about
that's
to
what
say.
we took away from that entire movie.
He's a really nice guy.
Because Jareth and I were watching it, and
Salt
we're
of
like,
the
the whole
earth.
time we're just like, dude, everyone else is just super shitty during this movie. He's just like the best.
Yeah,
Also, the actual excerpt from the movie he was in with the large man in the bathtub and everything. Well, anyway, or it was like a water tub that they had outside, and then he rides up.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
I
yeah.
laughed really, really hard during that.
Yeah, my favorite part of his was whenever it was him and Ray Fiennes and he couldn't
No, that
pronounce
was
it.
also great.
Yeah,
When he didn't even, he seriously was trying, but
yeah.
wasn't
I
getting
kind of felt
anything
bad
right.
for him. Like,
I
I'm
did
like,
too.
man, he's trying his best, and
But,
Ray Fiennes is being just
Voldemort's
a
intimidating.
Ray Fiennes is just being a big old meanie head.
I think that that's something to take away from that film. If you're nice enough, people are going to care less if you're incapable.
Yeah, that's how literally I've gone through life, and that's how I just got to be nice, and people won't realize I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So, the next bit of news and the final bit of news: Leonardo DiCaprio is creating a live-action Captain Planet film.
We don't need to do this.
I beg to
don't
differ.
We don't
I think this needs to
need
happen like yesterday.
but like
Question: have you guys seen the Don Cheadle Captain America or Captain Planet skit?
Yes.
Yes.
It's fucking great.
Well,
and
is there going to be like any kind of pig Nazi villain in this?
There has to be.
yeah, absolutely. The pig Nazis.
Because
They
I mean, the worst thing Hitler ever did, pollution.
yeah. These are bad guys who like to loot and plunder, and we're the Planeteers. You can be one too, because saving
Sing
the
it.
planet is the
Just
thing
go
to
ahead-
do.
Just go ahead and sing the song.
No, because looting and polluting is not the way. Here is what
mean,
Captain
you
Planet
can't
has
really
to
sing
say.
the song.
Yes,
I think
he
we'd
can.
get copyright infringement.
That's very true.
He
Yeah.
could try.
Right now, he's just.
I don't want to lose the
floating.
whole episode
I
because
am
you're egging
doing-
him on.
I'm not egging anybody.
Hey, but we can sing "Happy Birthday" now.
Yeah, that's
true,
that's
yeah.
public domain, isn't it?
What's that?
Now it is.
Yeah. This is just it's a poetry slam is what I'm doing right
Yeah,
now.
but
so-
you're being,
Spoken
Man, we're
word.
gonna take pollution straight down to zero.
but
Yeah.
you're being informative.
Hep-
Wait,
Cats.
does
Yeah.
anybody have bongos?
Damn
it.
I left mine in the garbage.
That's a good place for him.
So yeah, I am actually really excited about this movie. He's not in it. Well, he could be in it. Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's not gonna be in that
He's not going to. He's producing it though because he
I'm
loves the
being Captain
environment.
Planet.
I'm excited about this movie.
Are you really?
But like not like in a like I really want. I don't know. It's a weird
All right, so
excitement.
if you had to pick,
Is it like a Nick Cage excitement? You're just excited and you're just going to go turn off your brain for this movie and just.
if you had to pick actors based off of what you remember from the TV show, who would you pick for
John Hamm
Oh yeah, for sure.
Captain
As
Planet?
for
Captain
children,
Planet.
For-
Yeah,
John Hamm is all of the
I
children.
was
They-
talking
they-
about the children.
Dora the Explorer for that one.
Who would you pick for each of the kids?
John Hamm.
All of them, just
Yeah,
John
Hamm plays.
Everybody in the
What?
film is John
I think they
Hamm.
He has a
Those are-
red wig on for the one dude that shoots fire.
Shit, isn't there there's a Call of Cthulhu game called Everybody is John, I think. So I guess it'd just
There's
be
a Call of
Everybody is
Cthulhu
John
game
Hamm.
called Everybody's John Hamm.
It's not John Hamm normally, but now it is.
Oh man, I gotta play
Does
that.
anybody think it's funny that John Hamm now does a lot of advertisements?
I think it's it was just it's ironic considering he was
Yeah,
an
That's what
admin.
I'm saying.
I think it'd
Yeah.
be coincidental, not ironic.
Serendipitous
Yeah.
But stuffing
Well,
Butt stuffing. I like that better.
butt stuff.
is it ironic?
that's what I'm debating with myself right now.
All I know is you should not ask Alana Morissette because she doesn't know what
Not
the fuck
really,
she's
because
talking
there's
about.
kind of some causation there. Like, wow, that guy played a great pitch man on TV. Maybe he could really be one.
Well, it does kind of defy expectation that the ad man would become a person in ads.
But
Welcome
also,
to
John
the-
Hamm, you'd think you'd have on screen more. He does a lot of voiceovers.
Welcome to the Flick Freak Podcast, your number one stop for definitive definitions.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like an unnecessary use of words.
Next week, we'll have the Flick Freak Spelling Bee.
Yeah.
This week, we had arm wrestling and random word definition.
Yeah.
love it.
Definitive definitions.
Yes.
If
The only kind there really are.
if for some ungodly reason you're still listening to this episode, you can support us on Patreon. If you head over to patreon.com/flickfreaks, you can donate as little as $1 a month, but you can also see if there's any perks that tickle your fancy.
You know who's still listening right now?
Arch Crusader.
Arch Crusader.
Arch
That's
Crusader.
exactly
We
right.
always tickle his fancy, if you know
Salt
what I
of
mean.
the earth, that Arch Crusader.
Love
Number
that
one
guy.
super fan. I think for episode 100, I think we should get Arch Crusader on
I was
for
thinking-
a call or
I was
something.
wanting to do the same thing.
Maybe we can get him on Skype or something.
That'd be cool.
That's what the kids do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Skype.
Skype is what is all the rage
Or
nowadays.
whatever the Apple people do. FaceTime, you know?
Yeah, but I don't want to have to get nothing against Arch Crusader. I just don't want to give out my cell phone number.
I'll do it.
I'll give out your cell phone number.
Read between my lines.
Thanks for
Yeah.
doing that for us.
Well, we can't give out Jared's because that thing, I don't think it
I don't
does.
think Jarrett's phone is
Yeah.
just a phone.
Yeah,
Like nowadays, phones are cameras. And
It has something
everything
called
else.
BlackBerry Vision, which is you just make a phone call.
It's also actually a very effective thrown weapon.
Hey, he
That's
threw it.
true.
On
I should probably shut up.
he threw it on the ground the other day at the apartment, and it dashed into pieces. I'm like, "Well, you got to get a new one." He goes, "Nah, I just put it back together." Again.
Yeah, I just slapped it back together and it booted right back up.
It's collapsible.
it's like a transformer.
Yeah.
See, whereas
Only
like
less racist.
an
Yeah.
You've derailed him.
see like an iPhone, if I were to throw it at the back of like say Roper's head, it would shatter the phone. Like it would be
Okay.
in billions of pieces.
Would he feel it?
No,
Yeah, I mean you'd feel it, but it wouldn't.
Well, I didn't know if it would if it's like a what's that, sugar glass where you could hit something with it and it just disintegrates into a trillion pieces.
Too much of its
I think
force
we're
is going to be.
underestimating how much of this is Jareth's raw masculine strength.
I mean,
Now that
I've
we've
already
seen his arm
expressed it.
wrestling skills.
Could Jareth pick up Mjolnir?
no,
Yes.
I'm worthy.
no,
Yeah.
you're not.
Mjolnir's not about strength.
I don't
It's
like
about
how you
worth.
call it Mjolnir, like it's a donkey.
Mule. Mule.
Mule.
I once saw
No.
Jareth power slam a water buffalo.
As the only Scandinavian in this room, I think I know how to pronounce it.
I'm pretty
Wait,
sure
Roper,
you're
are you-
American.
Are you Scandinavian?
No.
Okay.
He's American.
He's actually 100%.
He can't even do it. He can't even do it. He can't even do it.
Andrew is Scandinavian. Jareth's from Mordor. I'm German.
I was hatched. We've discussed
There we go.
this.
Roper, are you Irish?
No.
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 He's
You're
born
not-
on the moon in an egg.
Roper's not. Are you
He's
just?
a moonman.
Are you from the United Kingdom? Is that where your ancestors are
Let
from?
me ask you, what are you exactly? What all's in there?
Yeah. Oh, are you a mutt?
Yes,
You're
are
a
we
mutt.
all?
Oh, yeah.
Are you like an Austrian or
I'm Swedish.
is that
Yeah,
what
he,
it is?
he did say Scandinavian multiple times.
Okay, all right. Well,
Which, of course, he's
Because
using
only-
to refer to the whole area.
Only
Yeah,
the Scandinavians can come up with a stupid
we
fucking
get-
last name like Ormsby.
how did we get here?
I don't know. Fucking Obama.
Well, I have a
Rockets?
7-letter last name that is one syllable. So that's pretty stupid.
Okay, how about this?
also kind of impressive.
My first and
Yeah.
last name have 4 letters in them. 8 of them are consonants.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Hey, at least you're not Welsh. Then, like, all of them would be constant. Like,
Then you'd be yelling at photographers and being Batman.
What the fuck?
that's not a. By the way, that's not a.
it took me a second.
I want to make sure that everyone knows that I'm not like against Welshmen.
You're not Welsh.
That's against the spellings they choose.
Yeah.
That's their
Ladies
thing.
and gentlemen,
but it's crazy.
Jareth is xenophobic.
Yep.
Against.
I've always suspected it.
From Mordor.
A xenophobic
Yep.
Mordor.
I mean,
He'll throw your ass right in that fire.
yeah.
the crack of doom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Jared, no. He just showed us the crack of doom.
They just saw the brown eye of Sauron.
Oh, that shall pass.
Jesus. Jesus Christ. I think this will go down as the worst
worst
slash
podcast
the worst
ever?
podcast we've ever done.
We are working.
I am
so
going to
hard for
put
this.
that actually in
Someone call like
the YouTube
Entertainment
header.
Weekly and make them listen to this, or
Yeah.
whoever talks about podcasts. The podcast.biz or whatever.
Podcast.ninja.
Yeah.
So it is time now to move on to trailer talk, where we talk about the newest trailers. This might actually be the saving grace of this podcast.
Oh.
Nope,
no.
I think
No,
we're beyond
no.
it.
This-
Okay, so for trailer talk, we're all going to talk like we live in one.
Out dang diggity.
Okay, we're not really going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Not that kind of trailer.
Well, you're not.
So the first trailer we're going to be talking about is the newest Nick Cage movie called An Army of One,
Yes.
supposedly based on a true story where Nick Cage plays Nick Cage going to Pakistan
Yeah.
to kill Bin Laden.
It is a plausible scenario, and
And I want everything to do with this.
Oh my God, this is gonna be
will
the
see
greatest
this on
movie ever.
opening night, and I don't see anything on
Now,
it.
hold on.
Guys, for everybody out there who hasn't seen the trailer, Russell Brand plays
God.
Which is what I was getting at. Jareth, how many movies should Russell Brand be God?
All of them?
You said 2.
Well, he should be in all of them, but 2 is the required limit.
For him to be God.
Yeah, like,
Gotcha.
Can you imagine Russell Brand playing God in like the Evan Bruce Almighty movies?
Wow. That changes everything.
Yeah.
No, I can't imagine.
Wait, no. Live in a world in your mind where that occurs.
all right, fine. Half
And then-
of the movies have to be Morgan Freeman as God.
Yeah.
The other half are Whoopi Goldberg, and the other half.
Imagine a movie
Or
where
Russell
Morgan
Brand. This too many
Freeman
halves.
is a penguin.
Well,
Imagine a movie.
with 3 halves.
Wait. 4 halves. No, 4 quarters. Yes, you have 4 quarters. You have Whoopi Goldberg, Morgan Freeman, and
Okay.
Russell
God-
Brand. And then the last one is Gene Wilder, and he just tells you it's a world of pure imagination.
God damn it, Roper. In a world where Russell Brand can be God, there can be more than 2 halves.
Technically,
Is that
Gene Wilder
court-
has the best claim here because he would be most likely to know what God sounded like.
There you go.
All of those movies are a fraction of what this movie has the potential to be.
Yes.
So
I'm excited about this.
I am
looks
actually
really good.
super
It's
stoked
either
for
going
this
to be
movie.
legitimately pretty good, which is possible. I really feel that it is, or it's going to be I'll tell you one thing from the trailer. This is not a sleepy, tired, bored Nicolas Cage performance. You can tell already. Like he's into this.
Yeah,
He
he's
has
like
a
crazy.
sword.
Yeah.
That he sleeps with.
Yeah,
I'm
he
pretty
sleeps.
sure
He
it's
sleeps
sword.
with a katana, and he's going around Pakistan, swinging it at people who he suspects as being Bin Laden. And then at the very end of that trailer, we see an MTV Cribs style Bin Laden cave adventure.
Making reference to his boy Milkshake, who makes white people
Tremble?
scared. Yeah,
I
tremble,
really
yeah.
want this to be an Inglourious Bastards style revisionist history.
Oh my God.
Where the movie seriously ends with Nicolas Cage like katanaing off Bin Laden's head.
Okay, so Tarantino.
How awesome!
So Tarantino only has 2 movies left, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Tarantino said he's only making 10 movies in his career.
Weird, why?
That's his
I don't know.
I don't know.
So the
That's
Hateful
weirdo.
the Hateful Eight was his 8th film. So he only has 2 left. I want both of them to star Nick Cage.
I can't believe that hasn't happened once.
I know, right?
Yeah, it seems like it should.
It's a match made in heaven, those two.
yeah.
All right. So the next movie we're going to talk about is A Cure for Wellness. This is
That looks tremendous.
Dane DeHaan's newest movie. It's a psychedelic. No, I can't call it steampunk because it's not. It's
I don't even know where you're getting.
I
that.
didn't
Is it just
see
the
any
tanks?
goggles or.
yeah.
Is it just
Belts?
the
What?
No,
tanks?
it's
I'm
just
trying
a
to-
period
I'm trying to
piece.
think. It's. I don't think. I think it takes place in modern times. It's just.
I think it takes place in modern times, and everything that, as far as what we saw, is within his head. But
It kinda has
I
a-
do not know where you're getting steampunk from.
because there's a lot of brass and steel and
In that
shit.
case, then they're just using period pieces.
What do you think
At the place.
steampunk is? It takes place in modern times, but it uses really weird, rickety technology.
Yeah, like
That is not what
anachronistic-
steampunk
That's
is.
not what it is.
Steampunk is Victorian style,
There you go.
advanced technology utilizing steam as opposed
There's
And
to
that's-
another
electricity.
thing that it is, and that's stupid.
Yeah. Okay, so
Easy killer.
the style is more in line with what you would see in Fallout 3 or BioShock.
I would agree with you on that to a degree, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, there's one more trailer we need to talk about here, so we'll talk about it next. Even though
Is there only
that
one?
does
I thought
make
there
sense.
was.
Yeah.
I thought
Wait,
there were
but-
more.
But I'll see this.
No,
movie.
but I mean, like, there's one I forgot to put down.
Oh, now I see why you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Anyway,
I think-
Cure for Wellness looks very
I
interesting.
think that I really think that one of the most terrifying things ever is the feeling of being
in this,
confined in a space that you know is just you.
The belief that you are alone and then having it
Having
completely ripped
something
away from you.
That was like you are
Like if
you-
somebody walks in on you while you're doing something weird.
No, like you are like.
But yes.
like you like walk into a room and
Or an
it's-
Arby's.
What? Why is it an Arby's? Okay, so you walk
because
into a
if
room-
you walk
Okay,
into Arby's, you literally are the only one in there.
If you walk into an Arby's and you know that you're alone and then somebody touches
Well, they
you.
said they
Yes.
have the meats.
yeah.
yes,
I won't go back to Arby's until they bring back the Big Montana.
Actually,
Oh, that thing was good.
Wasn't it good?
Yeah, I love that.
they've
thing.
got like heroes now that are pretty good.
What?
Yeah,
Huh.
they're pretty delicious.
gyros,
Euros? Gyros?
gyros.
Gyros.
Yeah, they got them
Roper's Greek. I
gyros.
figured it out. He had to correct that pronunciation.
Yeah.
Correct all pronunciations.
Yeah, he usually corrects them
Now he's French
incorrectly.
Canadian.
Yes.
Oh, pronunciation.
Like, yeah, he
Baguette.
corrects them wrong most of the time.
So, Cure for
good.
Wellness
Very
looks
good.
trippy as fuck, and I'm really excited for it.
Snakes in a tank.
The next trailer that
deal.
I'm just throwing in here, and I hope everybody has seen, Red Dead Redemption 2.
I've been watching.
I watched that the other day.
I've been
Jareth,
watching.
have you seen it? Jesus titty fucking Christ. This is going to be the greatest game of all time. I'm a huge Red Dead fan.
I really enjoyed it, and I don't play video
I've
games.
just been
Very
watching
often.
all of the Flick Freaks channel
Yeah.
videos. I actually watched Andrew Plank on that chair right there, right here in the middle of the room.
Wait, so would you recommend people subscribing to the Flick Freaks channel?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was sitting at work watching all of these videos of not only the Let's Plays with Jareth, the both of them screaming at the zombies,
Yeah.
and all of the wonderfulnesses that is that. But
And those
then-
aren't coming out until March and April.
But then here's Andrew watching the debate, and he's slowly sinking in his chair, and then finally gets so bored that he's literally over here spinning in a circle in his chair, and he's planking as he's doing it. That I start laughing so hard that I had to call other people over from their desks to watch him do this because it is wonderful to watch.
So there are three layers of why this story is funny. The first layer is that he's advertising something that you would have definitely found before you found the advertisement.
Probably.
Yep.
The second is just the idea of like, you should subscribe to this channel because anybody who's listening to this is almost certainly a subscriber already.
Probably.
I don't think
it's
we're
like
getting...
advertising a Big Mac while you're in McDonald's.
Yeah.
Which they do.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but they've got the money.
Except for our level of quality is much higher than that of McDonald's.
That's also
Except
true.
for about 10 minutes ago.
That is demonstrably true.
And the third layer of why this is funny is that we stopped talking about new stuff to talk about old shit that none of us were here for except for the one person who's quiet.
So, unfortunately,
Well-
McDonald's does not have a YouTube channel. I was going to see if we had more
Oh,
subscribers
imagine
than
what
them.
goes on that thing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's a new burger.
So, yeah,
the Arch Deluxe is back!
Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out fall 2017, so an entire year away, but you can already pre-order it. The thing is, this game had an unlimited budget because all the money that they made off of Grand Theft Auto 5 is going into making this game, and they made over $1 billion on that game. So I can't even imagine how spectacular it's going to be.
Fingers crossed.
I'll play that thing.
Yeah. Did you guys ever play Undead Nightmare?
Negative.
Woo! That's what you need to do. Go home and play that. So
I'm not going to do that.
It's a DLC for Red Dead, where you fight zombies
Oh,
in
I
the
heard
Old
about
West.
that, yeah.
Best DLC for a video game of all time. Fourth trailer, I guess. Now that we're going to be talking about Logan, the newest Marvel/Fox film about Wolverine. This is going to be the last time we see Hugh Jackman play Wolverine.
Not a prequel to Logan's Run.
Yes.
Which is a shame.
It's also the last time we're going to see Sir Patrick Stewart play Professor X, because he's old and Hugh Jackman has skin cancer, so he can't play Wolverine anymore.
Both great reasons.
Yeah,
Both sad.
Yeah, both sad. The entire time that Johnny Cash song's playing, it just makes it out to be the most depressing trailer of all time because it's the most depressing song of all time. But I've always been interested in the Old Man Logan story. I've always thought it was fascinating because he's older now. He doesn't heal as well as he used to, and he's got like arthritis and he's got tremors and stuff. And
That adamantium's heavy to carry around.
God, I can't even imagine how
Yeah.
heavy that is. But so a young girl who's a lot similar to him shows up, and Xavier's like, "We need to help her." I'm betting the farm that's X-23.
Yep.
So
I don't know what that is, but I agree with you.
it's a little itty bitty Wolverine girl. She's got adamantium too. So
Wolverina.
yeah.
It definitely looks by far the most interesting of the X-Men films, and by and large because it looks like the most personal story,
Yeah.
whereas all the other ones are like, look at the big threat,
Yeah.
everybody
I
go
would
get it.
like to say, okay, so that's adult her. Roper is showing me an image on his cellular telephone
Yes.
of X-23. I did enjoy the first two X-Men movies and also First Class.
Did you not?
She's gonna murder someone.
Did you not watch Days of Future Past?
No, I never did.
That's
It's
actually
really weird, but I never
That's
did.
the best X-Men movie.
That is what started Spoilercast, and I hate that movie.
Do you really?
Yes.
It's the number one.
Yeah, I think you guys have argued about this before. in
Probably.
my presence.
Probably. Actually, Zach Chadwick, who is one of the
That's
founders
like
of
his
this
favorite
podcast,
movie.
it is his number one movie of all time. It used to be the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
This trailer, though, was really well done.
Yeah.
With the one exception, and this is a personal choice. I do not like that overused Johnny Cash cover song situation.
I don't mind it at all because it's one of my favorite songs of all time.
They should pick a song that hasn't been used in a lot of media. That's just like a thing I have in general.
You just don't like
I don't like a song
oversaturation.
Yeah. I want things to be used for. Plus, I vastly prefer the Nine Inch Nails version of that.
Not
song.
me.
The
Not
actual
me.
version of that song that was written by the person who's performing it.
Have you heard the David Bowie version of Hurt?
Mhm.
Jesus, that's a really good version.
Yeah, he's David Bowie. He's awesome.
Yeah. The fifth trailer we're going to be talking about, The Boss Baby. Alec Baldwin's new animated film where he plays a little baby that can talk, and it looks...
And is a boss.
And is a
this
boss.
is the most obvious title since Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah.
He likes sushi.
He likes sushi.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. fuck him.
It's a movie where Alec Baldwin finally gets to be himself.
Yeah.
Why could this not be live action?
Just like everyone just treats Alec Baldwin like he's a baby, but he's like
I'm
a grown
talking
man.
Look Who's Talking bullshit. Like where you have
Yeah.
a baby and then make Alec Baldwin's voice come in through it.
I would watch that.
Oh my God, John Travolta's baby.
Yeah, if you want to laugh, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Man, I miss Look Who's Talking. Wasn't Bruce Willis in those?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I was. So,
Wasn't Bruce Willis one of the voices?
no, I think he was the dad, wasn't he? I think it was John Travolta was the baby.
I thought John Travolta
John
was the dad.
Travolta was the dad.
And then Bruce Willis was the baby?
I think
Can
so.
we talk about My Three Dads or whatever now?
I
Like
mean,
Raising Arizona?
No. Like Tom Selleck and as a movie.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a movie, wasn't it?
No. Oh, you better believe it.
Final trailer we're going to be talking about, Boss Babies, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yep.
Yeah, cannot wait for this. Baby Groot is fucking adorable. I want to give him a big old hug. I don't think that he would like that much. I want to see, I guarantee you in this movie, Baby Groot is going to kill somebody in like the most incredible fashion. It's going to happen. Why is everybody on their phone? Why aren't you?
I was
What?
checking that John Travolta is the taxi driver.
He is.
Okay.
He is not the
No,
father
that
of the
was,
baby.
that was Robert De Niro.
Well, in Taxi Driver, yes.
Bruce
Okay.
Willis is Mikey, the baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bruce Willis was the baby.
Yes.
Okay.
John Travolta is not the father of the baby, but he becomes the stepdad of the baby.
Okay.
Surrogate father.
Okay.
Surrogates, which also stars Bruce Willis.
Also
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
Wasn't that great of a movie?
Nope.
So yeah, it's just a teaser trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy, but that's really all they need. They're gonna make buku bucks for
they'll
this.
make all the money there is.
Yeah, this movie's going to be... It's going to make its money back.
Hopefully, it's the same as the first. Like it's just a fun movie. You know?
And the soundtrack is really what made the first one is as phenomenal as it was, and the chemistry between everybody. I wasn't obviously a fan of Dave Bautista before that movie, but he was one of the best parts of that movie. And I
I will
didn't think
catch it.
Yeah, that's my number one line from the movie.
That's my favorite. That was my favorite line in the movie easily.
Yeah,
It's probably one of my favorite lines.
really. My
Just from
reflexes are too
anything.
fast.
Nothing
I
would
would
go over my
catch
head.
it.
I would catch it.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes me laugh every time.
So anyway, the best thing that movie did was just be a little like light and airy. I hope that continues.
I think that Andrew, during one of your other deals, you were talking about the movie Guardians of the Galaxy, and you are correct. I think that if you watched it every day, that you would just be a happy person, just in general,
Yeah.
and that you would never be bored of it.
Guys,
Never.
I thought of the line that I like better than the catch it line.
What's that?
Pelvic sorcery.
Yes.
Oh yeah, pelvic.
The fact that those two words were uttered together.
I thought you were
delights me
talking
to
about
no
your
end.
vanity plates. But,
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for Trailer Talk. Let's talk about the store. If you head over to shop.spreadshirt.com/flickfreaks, we have t-shirts, coffee mugs, phone, tablet cases, all the great paraphernalia you could ever ask for. Head over there, see if anything tickles your fancy. It's getting cold out there if you live on that northern hemisphere. Time to wrap up.
I mean,
Time to keep yourself warm
Yeah.
and cozy.
Oh, that's what you mean by wrap up. I thought you were saying we're closing things out.
No. He means we have a population problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
So wrap it up.
Don't be a dummy. Come on her tummy.
Oh, wow.
Be a good
Well,
Sally. be a good Sully. Sleep on your belly.
You know what? Out of all the things that people have said today on this podcast, that's the most shocking.
I just didn't expect it for some reason. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just
Now it's
Way
time.
to go, Master Vader.
Now it's time for the Fairbairn Forecast, where we let you know what you can go and see in theaters this week. You can go and see The Accountant. It's okay. Girl on the Train. It's not good at all. Kevin Hart. What now? If you like Kevin Hart, it's a Kevin Hart stand-up.
if you're going to see the Kevin Hart thing, you know whether you'll like it or not.
Yeah. You can also go see Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It's not good. Deepwater Horizon is fucking phenomenal. Storks is fucking hilarious. Magnificent Seven is surprisingly good. Sully is really good. And I just went and saw Jack Reacher yesterday.
Jack Reach Around.
I went and saw that, and it's incredibly bad. And then I went and saw Keeping Up with the Joneses. That's what I went and saw. And it's not
John Hamm.
it's not as funny as I wanted it to be. it kind of had potential, like maybe this is one of those movies, and it didn't. I mean, it's okay. Definitely.
There aren't many good comedies anymore.
No.
Or at least like wide release comedies.
Yeah.
I think it's just lazy. What is that? I mean, it's just, there used to be.
I know. Like, back in the day, we used to get movies like Spaceballs or Airplane, and those are all the old Leslie Nielsen movies are fucking brilliant.
Yeah, and like, I just don't understand why. It's almost like there's no care put into the scripts of these things. It's just
fucking
we have
Adam
a premise
Sandler
that might be good, and then we just slop it together and throw it out there.
Yeah.
Cheap to make, and you still make a return on it.
Yep. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the podcast this week. We got to jump ship because this thing is sinking fast. So
I'm going down
all
with
the
it.
holes in it that Jareth punched out. With
I'm
his
going
boss.
down on this ship.
Wait, holes from his neck?
yeah,
Yes.
his upper neck.
His upper neck.
Yeah, those upper neck
Look at me
holes.
trying to bring it back around.
If we played the IMDb game, we would assume that Jareth lost
Fair.
because of his BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not Jareth's own fault, to
No.
be fair.
So, all right. It's time for some plugs. Roper, why don't you go ahead and plug away at All Tower Media?
All Tower Media.
If you actually want people to know based on the horrible podcast that this was, or if you want to
That's baloney.
separate yourself as far from it as possible.
This is wonderful. So, All Tower Media, we do Spoilercast by All Tower Media. We're actually recording a new episode tomorrow.
I don't think so.
That's the thing.
None of that's happening.
Yeah, it is. It's totally happening. But I do also want to make sure that everybody knows about my good friend D.A. Roberts. He actually is getting ready to put
District
out
Attorney.
close. I think Jareth wanted it to be duh, as in like duh Roberts.
Well, I thought he was a DA first, and then
Is that what it was?
I was
After
hoping
he-
his name would be D.A. Dent.
So D.A. Roberts actually wrote Ragnarok Rising. It's a series of books that takes place here in southwest Missouri, and it's the end of the world for the zombie apocalypse and all that good business. But then he wrote one for The Infinite Black, and he's getting ready to put out a second book for The Infinite Black. So that's one that's getting ready to come out here within the next couple of months, I believe. So I want to make sure you check out those. Check us out for All Tower Media. Brian, you look like
What?
you have something to say.
Oh, I was mainly just laughing at Jareth trying to eat the microphone. Oh, but yeah, I do a baseball podcast.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah, it's called The Backup Catcher. It's really stupid, just like this podcast was today. But you should listen to it if you like baseball, or if you don't. It gets really off topic. We're talking about the playoffs right now. My World Series prediction from March may very well be completely true.
Is it the Cubs?
It was Cubs-Indians specifically,
Oh,
which
wow.
is really bizarre.
So the Cardinals didn't make it to the playoffs then.
They did not. They missed
Thank
that
God.
out by one game. Fuck you. And
No, I'm just glad because I don't have to hear about baseball.
when does anyone have to be burdened by baseball?
Every fucking
It's a
spring.
lot more difficult for Brian, who has to be burdened by football for several months.
Oh, football's so good.
It's awful.
I'm-
Nothing happens but hitting.
I'm more in line with Brian on this because I hear people talk about baseball less.
Yeah, see?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Every time football's on, everybody's all jerking off to football.
Well,
Yeah.
what they're
And
doing
there's
is they're
football.
going around, wrestling a moose and, having a, what, I don't even know where this is going.
I was about to say, where is this going?
Alaska or Canada's got to be somewhere in the north.
No, oh, yeah.
Damn it,
Moose.
there are moose in America.
Whoa,
Wow.
what was that?
Moose.
I don't know what just happened, but I liked it.
It was a glitch. I'm sorry. Gotta update my system.
So anyway, you can listen to that on iTunes or wherever you want
He's
to.
operating off of BlackBerry technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his brain is.
Roper, real quick, you did not plug Spoilercast.
Yes, I did. I kept saying Spoilercast.
I
Go
think
over and
he
check out
started out with
Spoilercast. I started with
Spoilercast.
Spoilercast.
Oh, okay. I thought
kept saying
all I heard was
Spoilercast.
D.A. Roberts.
Spoilercast by All Tower Media. We love talking about movies, TV shows, video games, literally anything. But the
And
difference
butt
between,
stuff.
The difference between this show here and that show there is there's nothing that holds us back about talking about stuff. You might get to a point on this one where you're like, well, I don't want to spoil it for you. Fuck that. We're going to talk about it all.
Yeah.
Because it's
To be
been out there.
fair, we're only held back by plot points that we won't discuss.
Yeah, and I
We're
don't care.
clearly not held back by things you should say
Well, yeah.
on a recorded forum, as you can tell by what has transpired
To be
today.
no, we're not held back by things you should say at all.
Yeah.
Regardless of
Yeah.
whether or not you're recorded.
So if you'd like to hear about Jareth and Seaman again,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the Navy for like 3 years.
Is that a thing? No, I don't
There's
think
no
it's a
way
thing.
that was a
Yeah,
thing.
that's not a thing.
Stolen valor.
I actually truly think that one of the best episodes for Spoilercast was the first one that Brian and Andrew were on.
that was fun. Yeah,
That
That
was
was
a lot of fun. I still
Probably the
laugh
most
every
fun,
time.
most fun I've ever had on a
I still
podcast.
laugh every time I listen to Brian talk about his childhood memories, and there it is on the screen. And
My favorite part
Oh,
is
yeah.
talking about Snake Plissken being in Home Alone.
Oh, I
Yes.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
I feel like I need to go back and listen to that again.
I don't remember that.
really.
Yeah.
It was Escape from New York. The Snake Plissken. Or it was, what was it? Yeah, Home Alone 2, Escape from New York. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Which would be amazing.
Yeah.
Where Snake Plissken is trying to
Yeah.
avoid Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Someone just get Daniel Stern on the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not making Bushwhacked 2 anytime soon.
You don't know about that. So somebody else that we need to plug is Geek.0, the brilliant people over there who make brilliant computers. They are also leaders when it comes to giving you new information when it comes to raising technology awareness and all the great stuff you can find out, like what's going on with Apple, Windows, all the gaming systems. Sean is one of the coolest people out there. So is Chris. They are probably two of the smartest people I know. Present company excluded, obviously. And
Oh, no, I think you could include us.
That's fair.
And yeah, brilliant guys. Love them to death. And yeah, for us, find us on every single form of social media, including Tinder,
Tinder,
Swipe
yeah.
Right, ladies. Just not MySpace. And
Hey, whoever finds us on Tinder, swipe right.
yeah. And yeah, if you
Lycos Pals.
yeah,
New social media.
so
What?
yeah, help us get to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's the goal. We'll catch you in the next podcast if YouTube and iTunes doesn't shut us down. So until next time, Godspeed.
so, what do you think about the song "All Along the Watchtower"?
Which version of it?
All of them that are in movies.
Well, it needs to stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.